As far as some of these things, Ron, I'd like to comment a little bit on some of the things that you have in here. There's not, the evaluations were filled out, as you say, you're correct on that. The evaluations were filled out, there has not been anything done with them.
Well,
They have not been anything done on, and as far as a committee, there's no way a committee could ever do anything.
no, I know it.
So this would come back to the full board,
Right.
and it has not, they have not, it's not been completed.
Did you not interview Cheryl Parson?
Yes, we did interview Cheryl Parsons.
Well,
We
why-
interviewed-
how are you
wait a
telling
minute,
me you
no,
haven't
wait a minute,
done
I'm
anything?
talking right now.
Huh?
I'm talking right now.
Okay.
We interviewed Cheryl Parsons, we interviewed Roger Gillen, we interviewed Mike Smith, and we interviewed Doug Cook as a committee, which was appointed. I cannot give you the date that committee was appointed. It was last year, not this year. And the evaluation should have been done last year. They were not done last year. So this year, the evaluations were done. And as far as what the committee has done, we have met with those appointed officials.
Did you
And nothing
appoint that
else has
committee in
happened.
a public meeting?
Yes, I certainly did.
I'd like the proof of it.
Well, I suppose it can be can be found back whenever it was, and it was sometime after you were on the board, because Ken
It was
Clausen would
done right here at this.
Well-
not have been on it otherwise.
What I got was Jeff passed out these evaluation papers.
Right.
And if you set up a committee before, I never heard anything about a personnel committee being set up.
I don't believe we called it a personnel committee, I think we called it an evaluation committee.
Well, who decided that?
I asked for volunteers at board meeting.
Did you say it loud enough so that I could hear it?
I would think I probably did.
There's only 3 people on this board that don't know it, and that hadn't been notified those reviews were being given. That was Linda Thomsen and Mary Alice and I.
Wait a minute,
Yeah.
wait a minute. Clarify that statement you're making first. What I exactly didn't know.
What did you,
Clarify that statement, what
okay, I asked you when
exactly.
you come in, I says, were you aware of the fact that they were giving the personnel evaluations? You
I think you
no.
said something about, did I get
No, I didn't. I
a
said,
letter from so-and-so?
okay, you were aware of it then.
I remember them appointing the committee.
You do?
I do remember that, at a board meeting, just like this.
I'd have to have the records on it. I sure can't remember it being done.
Nobody speaks for me but me. Don't include me in any of your
No,
statements.
I didn't speak for you.
Yes, you did.
I said that I asked you when you came in.
Pam,
you
if
said
this
no.
is so funny, why don't you have it put on TV?
It's not, it's sad. It's not
It really
funny.
is sad. It really is sad.
And
Tune me in a little better. over
point of
there.
order,
Okay,
please.
so we'll just link it to, then skip Linda, just Mary and I didn't hear about it. And, so you can do whatever you want, but my thing still stands, that you start over and you appoint
Ron,
that.
there's some
Why
things
would
in
you
here
say-
that I agree with, but there's some
You
things that I
appoint
don't
the
agree
committee.
with.
Why would we start over to reappoint a committee when we have a committee?
Because I wasn't aware of it and it wasn't voted on in front of the board.
Ron, it was voted on in front of the
Well,
board.
bring-
I would not
bring it to
appoint
me,
a
Harlo, and I'll
committee,
crawl
I
under
would
the
not
bench.
appoint a committee to go over evaluations.
But you
Brett.
said, were they appointed or were they volunteer?
They, whichever, what's the difference?
I remember they were volunteers.
Regardless, do they have the right to give feedback without the rest of the board having
There's no
it?
feedback
There's no
given.
feedback
There's no
given.
You
feedback
met
given.
with the people.
Yes, well, how else would you review an evaluation? Now, how else would you review?
They were
an
given a
evaluation
review
if you
of
didn't
their-
meet with the people?
You were given a review? Okay, they were given a review of their evaluation prior to ever bringing it to the board.
What is a committee for, Pam?
I think the board is the management of appointed people, right?
The committee, now I'll talk right now and you listen. What happens
Haven't
with a
said a
committee
word.
deal? Just listen, don't be, smirking in that, just listen. When
Don't
a
be
committee
what?
is appointed.
Excuse me, I-
Get right up here if you can't hear. I can talk louder if you want me
What
to.
did you say? Don't be.
I said, don't be smirking, sitting back there smirking about it. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not
How
smirking.
a committee,
I'm
how
very
a
sorry,
committee
Harlo,
works.
excuse me.
How,
I was
I
not
will tell
smirking.
you how a committee works. if you will give me a chance. A committee is appointed. First of all, the evaluations were given out to the county board to fill out on the people that I mentioned. Cheryl Parsons, Doug Cook, Roger Gilliland, who does the head of the maintenance work, and Mike Smith, the weed man.
Right.
Gail did not receive one. Gail does not work for Washington County.
Okay.
He's not appointed to us. We provide an offer, okay. They were handed out, and they were not filled out as quick as they should have been filled out. I will grant you that. But we did get them back, we got them back and got them filled out. Kent Clausen, Jeff Quist, and myself were the committee. We met and talked to each one of these folks that filled out that we evaluated. And nothing else has been done with it. Now, we couldn't do anything without bringing those evaluations back to the full board. It's not been moved on since then.
But you did do something, you actually gave them feedback. My
What are
question
you
is,
talking about giving them feedback? We talked to them, we interviewed them.
were you given feedback on your evaluation?
Maybe indirectly.
You didn't see the evaluations?
No.
Were you told any results of the evaluation?
Again, indirectly.
Right. Well, the point is, the evaluations of appointed people should be done probably in closed session with the entire board.
You know, if we were, whenever we do that, they will be done in closed session. It has not been done yet. I've only been on this board 20 years, ma'am. I kind of know how things work.
I know you've been here 20 years. My understanding, however, is that they were given feedback.
Your understanding and my understanding are quite different. Is there any more comment?
I stand by the statements that I put in there, and as far as I know, you'll have to show me where you appointed the committee. And you don't appoint committees by going in the hall and saying, Jeff.
It was not done in the hall, Mr. Hineline. It was done in this board meeting. I cannot give you the
I can't believe
date.
I could miss that.
I can't not give you the date.
I can't believe I
Does
missed
anyone
it.
else remember?
I remember, I told you that already.
Harlo.
I remember him passing out
Can I
pictures.
Yes, you can.